When to pivot from RBS in a fantasy football, robust RB draft. Imagine you're in the middle of your fantasy football draft, and you've already snagged a couple of solid running backs. Now, you're wondering when it's time to switch gears and focus on other positions. That's what we're here to figure out. In a robust running back strategy, you want to build a strong core of running backs early because they tend to be more scarce and more valuable than other positions. But knowing exactly when to shift your focus is key to creating a balanced team that can compete all season long. Start by targeting top-tier running backs with your first 1 or 2 picks if they're available and fit your draft spot. These players are usually the most consistent and safe bets. Once you've secured your foundational running backs, the best time to pivot away from drafting more running backs is typically around the middle rounds, which is around rounds 5 to 8. This is when you can start adding depth by selecting high-upside backups, handcuffs, or running backs in timeshares who could become the main guy if the starter gets injured. But it's not just about the round number. Keep an eye on how the draft is flowing. If other managers are grabbing running backs early and often, you might need to pick yours sooner and then pivot later. If running backs are still available in later rounds, you can wait longer and shift your focus to wide receivers, tight ends, or quarterbacks. This approach helps you avoid reaching for lower-tier running backs who might not have a clear role or could be part of a committee. Another factor to consider is your league's scoring system and starting requirements. In points-per-reception leagues, pass-catching running backs and wide receivers gain more value, so diversifying your roster earlier can be smart. If your league requires multiple starting running backs, you might want to hold onto your running backs a little longer. Risk management is also a big part of this. After you've secured your top running backs, pivoting allows you to avoid overinvesting in players with uncertain roles or injury risks. Instead, you can focus on consistent contributors at wide receiver, tight end, or quarterback. In the end, a robust running back draft usually means investing heavily in running backs early, then shifting your focus around the middle rounds to add depth and balance. Keep an eye on how the draft unfolds, be flexible, and don't be afraid to pivot when the right moment comes. This strategy helps you maximize value and keeps your team strong across all positions.